Hey, so we're gonna do something a little different this time. This is a story I've wanted to tell since it happened. I just want to say this before I start. I don't usually bring political views into my videos, as it's not what my channel is about, but I do find it absolutely ridiculous that something as simple as wearing a mask during a global pandemic has become a political issue. Shut the fluff up and wear a mask. Alright, with that out of the way, here's a story about someone who refused to wear a mask while I was on a plane earlier this year. Okay, so I was flying back home after visiting my boyfriend. I had just had a 5-hour layover and was running on no sleep and just wanted to be home. Luckily, the flight was only about 40 minutes, which honestly made this entire situation even more ridiculous. So the flight attendants were going up and down the rows to make sure everybody was set, seatbelts, luggage stored, and of course, masks on. That is now, at least here in the US, that is the new policy that you must have a mask on in the terminal and on the plane at all times unless you are eating or drinking, and they make this announcement every 15 minutes. So the plane starts to pull away from the gate when one of the attendants stops at the seat behind me and says something along the lines of, "Sir, you need to put your mask on." The guy behind me had a mask, but he wasn't wearing it properly. He had it around his chin and not over his mouth. The guy says something about how he was just getting a drink, and the attendant just continues on checking seats. Eventually, he comes back, and the guy hasn't put his mask on properly. At this point, the plane is getting ready to go on the runway. If I'm honest, I don't have perfect recollection of the conversation between the guy and the flight attendant. Like I said, I was running on no sleep, and I just wanted to be home. I do remember the two arguing, with the guy getting really loud and the attendant just saying the same thing over and over again, and then the attendant leaves and goes and gets one of the pilots, and he starts coming down the aisle towards the guy's seat. He told the guy that he could either wear the mask properly or be escorted off the plane. The guy calls his bluff, saying we've already pulled away from the gate just to let it go and take off. At this point, it's been about 20 minutes since we were supposed to depart. 20 minutes of a 40-minute flight, and suddenly, the plane starts to drive again. But we're not heading towards the runway, we're heading back towards the gate. The pilot wasn't kidding. 2 security guards came onto the plane and escorted this man off the plane after refusing to wear a mask for a 40-minute flight. I know I keep stressing that the flight was only 40 minutes, but it's just ridiculous. If he had just put it on properly, we would have already been halfway there. I know this is a more extreme case, but seriously people, just wear a mask. I don't care if you believe it works or not. The way I see it, if my wearing a mask can bring some peace of mind to the people around me, then I'm gonna do it, because the world doesn't revolve around me. I understand there are people out there who can't wear masks for health reasons. This is not a message for you. For the rest of you, wear a mask. It's not that hard. Hey guys, before you go, I just wanted to take a minute to tell you thank you for all of your kind messages. Thank you so much for being so understanding and giving me the time I needed away, but I'm ready to come back, and I actually have something pretty exciting for you guys. Actually, this Friday, I will be live with the Ruffians crew from Role4Damage, if you guys remember, and we are doing a small Q&A for our characters for the next season of Role4Damage. It's finally out, and I can finally tell you guys, we've been putting this together for a couple months now, where we have all decided to come back together for a longer running campaign that we have dubbed The Scales Above. So come ask us some questions and see the really cool cast that we have for this game. It's been so much fun in all of our pre-session stuff, and I actually do have a story from this pre-session coming out fairly soon. I won't tell you when, but it's coming out soon. We go live officially on the 2nd of October, but this Friday and next Friday will be our character interviews, where we sit down and we talk to you guys. So I highly recommend you go check out the Role4Damage Discord. That's at the top of the description. Check out their Twitch, leave them some questions, or leave some questions in my comment section and I'll funnel them. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and yeah, I'll see you later this week. Bye!